Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. So in today's video, we are going to be doing something that I have done before, which is looking at the scariest scenes in non-horror movies. So before we get into these, I'm just going to lay out a few disclaimers. Disclaimer number one, this may spoil a movie that you're interested in. It might be the climax of the film or just something that happens later on that you probably don't want to see until you watch the film. And the other disclaimer is that some of these scenes on the surface may not be super scary to you and you may not understand them, but when you don't have the atmosphere of the entire film wrapping around these scenes, some of them just simply don't hit as hard. But some of these do stand by themselves and are scary without the atmosphere of the film. Alright, so with all of that being said, let's get right into the... Who is calling me? What the heck is this, bro? Hello?
Hello, Zeark. I know your phone number, your email, and your home address.
What? You know all this information.
It was just on the internet. I just looked it up, and then I found it wasn't that hard, to be honest.
What do you mean it was on the internet? What do you mean you just looked it up?
Okay, bye. I love you.
No,
bye.
tell me more. Have you ever wondered how scammers keep finding your phone number, email, or even your home address, like the guy who just called me? It's because your personal information is likely out there on people's search sites, just waiting to be used. That's where today's sponsor comes in to solve this problem, Incogni. People's search sites like Been Verified or Arrest.org create detailed profiles on millions of Americans, publishing everything from your home address to your family's information. This exposes you to serious risk: identity theft, fraud, harassment, or even using scams using AI to mimic your voice. And the worst part, it's nearly impossible to remove this information manually. It could take years, and you'd have to do it all over again every few months. That's where Incogni comes in. Incogni works on your behalf to contact data brokers, request removal of your personal information, and keep it off the web. It's simple, really. You just create an account, you give Incogni permission to act on your behalf, and they handle everything. They reach out to data brokers, and they try everything in their power to wipe the information off of the internet. Imagine finally stopping those annoying, endless spam calls like the one that I just got. Protecting your family's information and ensuring your personal data isn't out there for anyone to find. Incogni takes care of all of this. Want to protect your privacy with ease? Use my link in the description below and get an exclusive 60% off your annual Incogni subscription. It's time to take control of your data, guys. Don't wait. Start protecting your privacy today. With Incogni, you can look like this, sitting back, relaxing, and just knowing your data is safe. So once again, use my description below or scan the QR code right here for 60% off your annual Incogni subscription. And yeah, keep your data safe. Let's get back to the video. So this first scene is from a film named Lost Highway, released in 1997 and directed by the amazing David Lynch. In this film, there is a character named the Mystery Man. And I have never heard of this film, I have never seen this film, but this dude is absolutely just terrifying to look at in general. I imagine that he's the image that you guys see when you look in a mirror. I'm sorry guys, you are not ugly, alright? I was just joking. He has this strange, ghostly, pale looking face, and he has this weird supernatural nature to him where he can essentially be in two places at once. And there is a specific scene that a lot of people point at being the creepiest, which is the party scene. And I'm gonna try to show these scenes in their entirety so you guys can see them, but I might get strike down from the big boys above, the copyright gods. So if that happens, so be it. I want you guys to see these scenes, who cares? So in the party scene, he essentially tells Fred, who is the main protagonist of the film, that he is in his house or at his house right now. And he's like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? You're standing right in front of me. How could you be at my house? And then that's when this scene plays out.
As a matter of fact, I'm there right now.
What do you mean you're where right now?
At your house.
So yeah, overall, just a really creepy ass scene and just a disturbing character to listen to and look at in a film that isn't about horror. So yeah, let's move on to the next scene in this video. So the next film we will be talking about is Trainspotting from 1996, directed by Danny Boyle. So to give some context to the scene, you kind of need to know a little bit about the story. So the main character, Mark, who is also played by Obi-Wan Kenobi, is a very severe heroin drug addict, and this movie basically just follows his life. So in this scene that I'm about to show you now, he is going through heroin withdrawals, and he sees this on his ceiling. This scene is talked about a lot, especially when it comes to scenes that are scary in non-horror movies or scenes that traumatize people who weren't expecting to see horror in their films. And it would basically be criminal if I didn't talk about this, so it is on the list. And if I didn't add this next one that's coming up, people would definitely crucify me in the comments, so let's get on to that one. And now you can't have a video like this without talking about the Raiders of the Lost Ark face melting scene. This one is definitely the most famous one that I have come across while doing research for this video, and I can completely see why. I think honestly the last thing you're expecting while watching an Indiana Jones film is for it to go completely body horror and burn off a dude's fucking face. Not only burn off his face, but also blow it up. His shit got blown up. And I would also like to add that this movie is rated PG. This film is rated PG, and when I was looking this up as to why it was rated PG and not, I don't know, PG-13, it's because PG-13 wasn't even invented yet, so they had to choose between PG and R, and while the movie didn't really fit into the R category, so they kind of had to just throw it into the PG. And this is something I wouldn't even really expect in a PG-13 film, let alone a PG one. So I couldn't imagine back in the day seeing this and having my mind blown. You see what I did there? Okay, anyway, let's move on to the final one on this list. And just a quick little addition, a lot of people are saying to add Pan's Labyrinth, the Pale Man scene, but I'm gonna be 100% honest. Pan's Labyrinth is a horror movie. It literally is, and I will not say otherwise. So that's why it's not on this list, but if you don't want to consider it a horror movie, then sure, the Pale Man scene. But that movie is like basically a full-blown horror movie, and if you think otherwise, you got balls of steel, my friend, because that movie is creepy as hell. And making his second appearance on this list, David Lynch just for some reason adds the creepiest shit to his films. And the film that we are discussing is Holland Drive. This scene is known as the Winky's diner scene or just simply the diner scene. And this is one of those scenes where you definitely need to watch the whole entire film to really understand and feel the impact of this scare. But if I were to just sum it up really fast, which is honestly not doing it service, but I'm just gonna do it because I'm making a short little YouTube video. The main character, Dan, that's a great name by the way, I wonder who else has that name, definitely not me. The main character, Dan, is revealing to another character that he keeps having this reoccurring nightmare in this exact location, and in his dream, they're sitting at the exact same table, but what makes it terrifying is the presence of a man behind the diner. Dan describes the man as someone who induces a deep sense of fear within him, and he recounts how, in his dream, he could feel the presence of this man and how it filled him with terror. Herb is like, yo, since you're talking this dream up, let's go see if that shit's real. Let's go check behind the diner. And yeah, that's when this happens. I do overall think this is a really creepy scene on its own, but yeah, like I said before, you definitely need the context of the whole entire film to really feel this. I know some people might be seeing it and thinking, what is this goofy shit? But trust me, it's definitely a lot scarier if you're actually engaged with the film. So yeah, that's all I have for you today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. And once again, thank you Incogni for helping me keep the lights on and keep my tummy full. And make sure you click the link in the description below. I also want to thank you guys for also giving me opportunities like this. I would not be getting brand deals or anything alike if you guys were not subscribing and watching the videos. So genuinely, thank you so much. And yeah, you guys know what time it is. It's October next video. So we're going to get in our spooky bag. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day, great night, and goodbye.